Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. I'm joined by Tyler Denny, who faces River Wilson Bent in a few weeks' time in a highly anticipated rematch. Tyler, firstly, thanks very much for joining us. How are you keeping?
Good, yeah, good. I can't wait for it. It's been a long time coming.
Happy days. Well, yeah, I'll get right into it. Tell us about the drama, really, of getting this rematch sorted, because I know from talking to you over the past month or so, it's been postponed several times. It sounded like a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on. I think it's meant to happen March at the beginning, but then I don't think it was ever happening. But like the Channel 5 thing, NEC lost Channel 5 to Wasserman, so then there was nowhere to put it on. But then they could say in April, and then they told me May, beginning of June, like the end of June. I've had loads of different dates, and then I think there was a bit of hold up, with the old MTK stuff to get an announcement on the show. They got to make sure nobody was involved with them, but it's in there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, happy days. Well, so how has training been then? Has it been a long camp because of the pushbacks and postponements?
It has, yeah. But I stay in the gym anyway, so it's been no different for me really. Just the only difference is I've not had a fight, but I've stayed in the gym. I've always got good sparring in the gym when I need to. Sometimes we've not sparred for a few weeks because I know I overdo it, but now everything's been rolling and I feel great.
You mentioned there about sparring. Obviously, I see your Instagram photos and stuff, and on everything you put on Twitter. So obviously you're fighting River Wilson Bent, who's a little bit taller than yourself. So have you been preparing more diligently with sparring partners who are a wee bit bigger, maybe a wee bit heavier, to get used to that again?
Yeah, I've been sparring. So Nathan Heaney's a bit taller than me, same weight. Troy Jones is a lot taller and heavier. Ben Whittaker. Obviously, everyone knows about Ben Whittaker, so that's good rounds. I think we're sparring him again tomorrow. Aaron Bowen, I've got sparring. He's in the GB squad, taller guy. They're all like 6'2", 6'3" sort of guys. So there's no excuses. I'll be more than ready.
Obviously, this is a rematch. The first fight was back in November 2021, and it was deemed a technical draw. After Wilson Bent was cut over his left eye, and it did go to the scorecards then, obviously. And the one had it in favour of yourself, one had it in favour of Wilson Bent, and the other had it a draw. But just how outraged were you by the decision? I know at the time it looked so frustrating, and it was probably quite clear to see to the majority of boxing fans, bar the judges, obviously, that 90% of people thought you won that fight.
Yeah, it was like I got shafted twice. Do you know what I mean? In space of minutes, it should have never gone to the judges anyway. There was no egg clash. Like you can't just make an egg clash up. If you've not seen the punch that happens, then you have to assume it's a punch unless you've seen an egg clash. Do you know what I mean? Because we're punching each other. So that was bad enough. And then the one judge, I think, give me like one. I think he gave me 2 rounds, I think, and like five to River, because I think it got stopped in the 7th, but they still had to judge the 7th round. So yeah, I think he had it 5-2 to River, and it's laughable, really. I don't know. I don't know. It's allowed. I don't know. People don't get called in and stuff, but that same judge, I went to a show the day after my fight, and he was reffing, and I just think nothing happens. I don't know, nothing. They can just do what they want. Do you know what I mean? We say that, but Ian John Lewis he's been put down in this instance that as well with the Catchell and Josh Taylor fight. So I think that I only see that as a good thing, really. It's nothing personal against him, but he messed that up for me big time, really. And if it wasn't for his decision, I'd be English champion already.
Yeah. Does it still bug you now then, the decision, or is it because it's 7 months? It's 7 months since then, or is it out of motivation even?
Yeah, it's motivation. I think it will bug me until 2 weeks' time, and then I can just, it's done with then. Because I can't go anywhere without anyone bringing it up to me. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be a bit of closure. Fight him in 2 weeks, take him out, and that's it. Then that story's ended as far as I'm concerned. Then
obviously it's been 7 months since the first fight. In the interim, have you known that you're going to be fighting River the whole time, or was there any thoughts of possibly having one in the interim, or fighting somebody else?
But it was always meant to be River, but I would, because honestly, they give me, I think, the first week in March, second week in March, it changed to. Then it got changed to the end of March. Then there was 2 rumours dates in April, then May, and then it told me it wasn't going to be to July. And then so when they said the July one, I got booked in to do a 6-rounder in May, but then they changed it to June again. Then so I cancelled that 6-rounder in case you get a little injury or something. Yeah. So, but it's always been him, and I was going to do like an interim. I've noticed he's had 2 fights. You know, it's just one of them. Keep active. I don't blame him, to be fair. But the only thing that was a bit slightly annoying, when he's having these other fights, I thought me and him were still fighting on the date that they've said. So they obviously knew we wasn't fighting on that date before they told me. And then he's got another fight booked up. But I think that's just, you know, I'm the away side, so I think that's what happens to you, really. You get told last. Like even my tickets and stuff, I got my tickets like a couple of weeks after other people had their tickets, and then there's only so many and stuff. So you just take it on the chin, and you know, I'm just, as long as I get to fight. Honestly, that's all I'm bothered about. I'm a fighter. I just like fighting. I can't be asked with all this he said, she said stuff. I just want to get in there and fight, and I've trained that hard. I'm super confident to doing the job on him. I feel like I've already beat him once. And I'm a lot better fighter now. I know what's coming. He knows what's coming as well. I'm gonna demolish him.
Has the first fight added any bad blood or anything between yourself and River? Obviously, there's the natural, I suppose you could say, West Midlands kind of rivalry. But has this amplified that a little bit? Just the way the whole thing ended?
Well, yeah, I think so. But it was more beforehand, you know, the press conference and that. I didn't know. I think he was very disrespectful towards me and stuff. But like, I've seen his last few interviews, and he's been a lot more humble. But that might be the real River, because a lot of people said they were shocked. I don't know him, but a lot of people said they were shocked the way he was acting before the first fight, because they said he's not like that. So I don't know if someone says to him, say some stuff just to get a bit more publicity for the fight or something, which it worked. But that if someone told me to say stuff that I wasn't comfortable saying, I wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? I do what I want to do. But he's a lot more chilled now and stuff, and a lot more respectful. But like I say, respectful, and I respect. There's only going to be one winner. I'm fighting on. It's with me.
Would you say this fight, is personal to you now, or is it just strictly business?
Nah, it's just business. Honestly, I'm not going to get roped in. I don't take too much notice of what people have said and stuff. I've just got to win for myself and become English champion, and I want to move on. You know what I mean? I'm 31 a week after the fight, so I've got to move on and progress, get some money fights as well, hopefully.
Obviously, the first fight was on Channel 5, as you mentioned earlier, on a Mick Hennessy show. Yes. However, this one's on Sky Sports Boxer show. As the chief support to Sam Egginton and fighting Zykes for, isn't it the Zeisk, or I think you pronounce his name. He's fighting for him for the IBO title. What do you make of fighting on this card, really, in front of a huge audience? Obviously, Sky Sports have a humongous platform.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity, and you know, it's worth the wait, really. You know, it's been a bit frustrating not knowing when you're going to fight, and even frustrating with the way the first fight went. But you know, if it never went like that, this probably wouldn't be happening now. So yeah, that's why I try and look on the positive side of it, really. And I've had a bit stitched up, but I've stayed in there, and I've grafted away, and I'm looking to reap the awards now. Big show, and who knows where you go from there.
You obviously mentioned about a few, you've had about 7 different dates you've been told. But when did you first hear about the possibility of this rematch being on the Sky Sports card, on the Boxer card?
Well, even the Boxer card was meant to be like April, I think, at the beginning. So until I seen the poster come out that Boxer actually released it, do you know what I mean? Then that's when I thought, yeah, this is happening now, because just getting put off. I don't know what, because I'm behind the scenes and stuff, but I can't tell you until, like I said, until the poster got done. I think at one point it was like 3 weeks out, and then it was definitely meant to happen. I thought, this ain't happening. There's nothing been released or anything, and it never happened. So, like I say, until it's in the poster, Boxer actually released it official, then yeah, then it's happening then.
Days. Obviously, again, this fight's in Coventry once again, like the first time, and possibly a pro River Wilson Bent crowd, which wouldn't be a surprise as he's from there. Does that phase you at all, or do you just?
Nah. I embrace that. Do you know what I mean? Nothing better than getting beating a guy up in his hometown, man. I enjoy that. Few boos and whatever. I don't mind. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I spoke to some of his people after, and that was respectful. Anyway, obviously, you get the odd person who's like hardcore River, but people with like even half bias will still say that I won that first fight. So, and a lot of Coventry people were saying that. But you know, they're going to support their guy. My people are going to support me, and that's what it is. It's be a good night. But yeah, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy going to other people's backyard and fighting.
Obviously, the first fight was for the vacant English middleweight title. Technically, again, it's still vacant, even though you believe you should have it. And what would it mean if you were to be crowned English champion once and for all?
Just a bit of relief, to be honest. I've had it's gonna be my fourth time I fought for it now. I lost against Reece Cartwright, which he was the better guy of the night. Then I lost split decision to Udofia. He's just fought for British as well and lost on close points. That was at York Hall on his show. Then I've managed to get a weird draw against River, and then it goes again. So I'll be glad to see the end of it, to be honest. Get the title and just move on.
So obviously, we're filming this just over 2 weeks out from fight night. How does this kind of final couple of weeks look like for you? Is it the last week of full training next week, and then you tone it down, and then fight week? Is it just a matter of really making weight and stuff?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, next week's the last hard week, really. The last week's still hard, but it's more mentally, really, because you're not as active and stuff as well, really. You get a bit bored and you can start picking and stuff, but then you know what I mean? But I've got 10-round spar tomorrow. That might even be my last like big spar. Then I'll probably do a 6-round spar next week, early next week, and I'll leave it as that. I've got one more track session to do next week, which is hard. Then you just taper down, man. Save your energy for fight night. I'm just excited. Like most fights, I just can't wait for it to end. The camp and that, really. I just want to enjoy my food and stuff and whatever. All I think about. But this fight, all I've been thinking about is the actual fight. I'm excited to be in the ring and fight. I don't care about the food or whatever, and that hurts me to say because I love my food, but I just want to get in there and fight. I can't wait for it. I feel like I'm gonna be. It's gonna be the best version of me. I'm gonna be a level above. I just can't see he can do anything to stop me.
You mentioned there about liking your food. So, in an ideal world, you win the English title in a few Saturdays' time. What's the first meal you have straight afterwards?
Oh, well, I've already booked into like a steak place the day after. I'll have a Nando's the day before, straight after the weigh-in and stuff. Like my Caribbean food and that bit of soul food. I like anything, man. I'm a big foodie. Cookies, chocolate, the lot. But the only thing is, I'm going on holiday like a month after, so I don't want to put too much weight on if I can help it. A bit of a motivation to not be too greedy.
So yeah, just going back to the last couple of weeks here, what do you really make as fight week as a fighter? Is it, do you enjoy it knowing that the hard work's all behind you and it's just time to fight? Or is it also frustrating because you're just wanting, it comes the Monday of the fight week, you've got the press conference, you've got the weigh-in, are you just kind of raring to go?
Yeah, I just want to get done with. The weigh-in, I enjoy the weigh-in. I love the weigh-in because, once you've weighed in, you get to eat. There's no better feeling than once you've weighed in, apart from fighting. But like I said, it's all, you have to do certain things, take pictures, press conferences and stuff, but, you have to do them. But you don't want to be there. I don't want to be there anyway. I'd rather stay at home and just turn up on fight night. But it's the business that you're in. You got to sell the fights and stuff, which it's not really me. But like I say, you've done the hard work. You're in a good place mentally. If you've trained hard. If you've not trained as hard as then you can't lie to yourself, can you? Your body can't lie. But fight week, I just want to fight. As soon as that fight, I just love fighting. Full stop.
Finally, what can we expect from Tyler Denny on June 25th in your rematch against River Wilson Bent for the English middleweight title?
Demolition job. We'll take him out there, put it on him, and I don't think he's gonna see the final bell. No way.
Listen, Tyler, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it as always, and all the best come fight night.
Yeah, thank you for come on.
Cheers, Tyler. All the best.
Yeah, see you.
Bye.